Starburns Avenue.
My name is Bob the Drag Queen.
And I'm Monét Exchange.
And this is Sibling Rivalry. Today, we discussed embarrassing celebrity interactions.
We discuss horoscopes, zodiacs, and witchcraft.
And we find out what made Bob say this.
I think when you're dead, you're just done. And we find out what made Monét say this.
I didn't put like my front to him, I put my ass to him.
All right, Mom.
Okay, Miss Thing.
So let's talk about the...
Quarantine?
I don't know, the esoteric qualities of the world, the zodiacs, the souls, the religions, like all that stuff.
Well, I mean, let's talk about us not being able to leave our apartments first. Because we were going to do this together, but we are not allowed to be within 600 miles of each other.
I don't think that's the actual distancing, because I'm definitely next to my next door neighbor. I have not left my house in 3 days.
I know. How are you coping with this?
I'm kind of a homebody anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I do feel a little bit stir crazy. But, you know, more than anything, I've just been feeling a little bit lethargic. I do have some symptoms. Like, I feel just a little bit like slow, like sleepy. But most of my symptoms are gone by today. Today's day 3
of no
for
symptoms.
Me. No. Of like since I had symptoms.
Okay.
And but I feel pretty good, to be honest. Like, I feel pretty good. Maybe I had to stop my everyday no matter what, which was really upsetting.
I'm gonna expose Bob. He was not doing it every day like he said he was.
That's just literally not true. I was posting videos of myself doing it.
Yeah, you were taking water in a spray bottle and spraying your forehead. Tell the truth, bitch.
Also, how would you know?
Because Jacob is Jacob is my informant, and he let me know.
Jacob did not tell you that. Also, as you all on the podcast know, Monét be lying about random stuff, so go off, sis. But once I started experiencing symptoms, the main one was that I was having was shortness of breath, and I was like, well, I'm not doing this cardio. And actually, for the first 2 days, I was still doing these little ab workouts. Mm-hmm. But for the last 3 days, I have not. So I've had symptoms for like 4 days. Today is the I don't really have much besides feeling a little bit lethargic.
I have to say, when I was sick, like especially when I was younger and like in like my early 20s, whatever, and I still believe that now, when I was sick, like people always say that you work out when you're sick to like sweat out the bug or the virus, whatever it is. Like working out helps.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works though. That's not a thing. You can't sweat out a virus.
I think it helps.
That's an old wives' tale. You can't sweat out a virus. That's not how. That's like that's not a true thing.
Well, I don't know if it's like some mental shit, but when I'm sick and I work out, I feel way better afterwards because endorphins and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually heal you. You just feel better because you're releasing endorphins.
Well, maybe you should endorphinate.
Well, maybe you should stop making up words. Sits around here just doing stuff. Endorphinate. You was that hood bitch in school that said conversate.
I did.
I'm trying to conversate with my friend.
I thought conversate was a word for a very long time. I'm not gonna lie. I did have think that.
Color me shocked.
I have to say, being like in this social isolating and distancing, whatever, blah 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 blah. Stuck at home, I just keep on eating. I just keep on fucking eating, Bob. Eating.
Well, I would like for you to know that I am as light as I've been for the past, 3 years.
Well, you were sick, so you're not eating.
You gagging? No, it's because I was working out every day for 33 days, Monét. You think these last 3 days have, when I was already down, and I have been working out literally every single day for 33 fucking days, and I was also eating right. And I'm still eating right, actually. I did have noodles with peanut butter today, but it's just noodles.
Yeah, noodles have a lot of carbs, Mom.
Yeah, it's okay to eat carbs. Carb loading is a real thing for like bodybuilders and stuff.
Yeah, you ain't no bodybuilder, bitch. I mean, you might be shaped like a fucking Bob the Builder, but you ain't a bodybuilder.
Monét, you have not seen me for a long time. For all you know, bitch, I'm the buffest, roughest, toughest motherfucker on this side of the Mississippi.
I don't believe that to be true, but sure.
Well, I will tell you this. I'm doing better than you. But you're eating, and I am as thin as I've been. So, get on my level, Mom.
Get on my... Do you know what song I just heard for the first time in its entirety, and I watched the video? Fucking Level Up by Ciara. Such a good song.
Okay, I'm gonna point out that Monét demanded to do "Level Up" on the Sibling Rivalry tour.
Okay,
and
that's
you had never heard the song.
Oh my god, that's literally not how it happened. Do you?
No, we were
remember what
songs.
you want? No, I was not picking songs.
Then how did you end up Level Up?
Because
did we all just force you to do it?
Okay, because you and your dancers in your show that you did, Crazy Black Lady, they learned the choreography for Level Up. So it was between Level Up. What's the other one? Britney Spears Slave. What's the Beyonce one? And they're like, Monét, which one would you like to do?
So you're blaming Omar. So Omar bullied you.
So
Tiny
I was
little
like,
Omar bullied
sure,
you
I guess I'll do Level Up by Ciara. It wasn't like, what song did I want to do?
This also reminds me of when you told Larry that you wanted to do Cardi B's song "Press," but you didn't know the words, and you kept asking for it every day. You're like, "Do Press. I want Press. Oh, I definitely want Press." Like some of the audience would say, "I want Cardi," and you would say, "Oh yeah, make it Press and make sure I get it." And the song would come on, and you wouldn't know any of the fucking words. Like, why did you? You are so fucking weird.
Because But anyway, Ciara really did it with that song. Has Shangela ever told you her story about when she met Ciara on the plane?
Bitch. Okay, well now we have to like terribly tell the story. I will not be able to tell it. Okay, so apparently Shangela saw Ciara in the Delta Sky Lounge.
No, they were on the plane.
No, I've heard the story. Listen to me. Let me tell you the story.
Okay.
Shangela saw Ciara in the Delta Sky Lounge. She walks up to her and she goes, "This beat is..." And if any of you follow Ciara, that's when she goes, "Automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh." But instead, Ciara just looked at her.
Wait, go ahead. I'm listening.
Just blinked and looked at her. And then she was like, "Well, my name is Shangela. I was on RuPaul's Drag Race season 2. I blah, 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 yada, yada, yada." And then they get on the plane. They're both in first class. And Shangela's like, "I can't let this go." Shangela turns around and is like, "Oh, see, we're both in first class. I'm a celebrity too." Like, Shangela's like going on with all this stuff. Like, I'm also a big deal. But Ciara has like 5 people with her. And then Ciara just like, "All right, sure." And then at the very end, at baggage claim, Shangela's like, "I can't let this go." So Shangela goes up to Ciara one more time, but instead Ciara has like 5 people carrying all of her stuff, and Shangela has like all of her bags on a cart, trying to push them through herself. But that shit tickled me.
That is so funny. It's so good. And Shangela's so squirrely. She's probably just popping up over the seat. Ciara trying to fucking breastfeed her baby. And here comes fucking Shangela in her fucking afro. She's like, "Can this bitch leave me the fuck alone?" Also, sometimes when you're in first class, it's like, I just want to, like, it's like a 12-hour flight. You look dry. You look ashy. You need some Vaseline. You're like, I'm not trying to talk.
Oh, girl, the whole thing. You think that's gonna stop Shangela from getting her moment in with Ciara?
Ciara, girl, Ciara. That is so funny.
Have you ever had an uncomfortable interaction with a celebrity on a plane in first class?
Probably Lisa Rinna, and I still don't think she to this day knows who I am. But we were both in the Delta one. It was from New York to LA. And she was like a few seats ahead of me, and I was like towards like one of the closer pods towards like to get out in the back. And then I walked forward to go to the bathroom, and then I didn't realize. I was like, oh my god! I walked past to go to the bathroom. I was like, oh my god, that's Lisa Rinna, and I love Housewives. I fucking stan Lisa Rinna. She's so goddamn funny.
Which one she's from?
Beverly Hills.
Oh, work.
Yeah. And I fucking love Lisa Rinna. I love Lisa Rinna. Boom. So then I go to the bathroom and I go back to my seat and I'm like, oh my God. So I just, like 2 minutes later, who the fuck is going to the bathroom that often? I get up to go to the bathroom again. I'm like, okay, on my way this time, I'm going to stop her. I'm going to say, "Hey, girl." And then so I walk fast. I couldn't do it. So I walked straight past. I went to the bathroom again. I sat in the stall for like 3 minutes. I was like, oh my God, okay.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, when I leave this time, I'm going to stop. I'm going to say hello to her. So then I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm going to do it. So I get out, I walk past, and then I was going to, and then she had talking to her husband as I was walking. So I just fucking did not do it. And I went to my seat. And then the whole flight happened. We were all getting up to leave, and I let her pass me before. And then before I got up to leave, I let her go by to get out the plane. And then she's walking by me, and I put out my hand to stop her. And then she just like looked at me. She looked forward, and she just kept on going. But
in her defense, you did hold out your hand and try to stop this bitch. She's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It wasn't like a stop, halt, who goes. It was like a very like soft, like, hey girl, like a hey. But she just like looked at my hand and she just looked forward and just kept on walking.
It was a big black man at the airport. But also, to be fair, like, I don't know. Is she mean on the show?
No, she's just very passionate. People love Lisa Rinna on the show. She's great.
Well, I don't watch the show. I did once see. So I was sitting in. Where was I sitting at? I was sitting in. You know the seats right behind first class, in the Delta Comfort.
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
So I was in like the seat. I was like just about to get bumped up, but I didn't. And then guess who but the guy next to me knew someone in first class, and this lady came around and like talked to him. And she was like hovering over me, and I looked up, and it was Martha Stewart.
Shut up.
And Martha Stewart was just like hovering over me, talking to the guy next to me.
Shut up.
And I was thinking to myself, there is a fucking ex-convict flying through the sky, hovering over me. I don't know if she's dangerous. I don't know if she is the type to stab. But all I know is she's hovering. I'm nervous.
You are so silly. Oh, I had another awkward one. I had was when I was flying from Hawaii to Minneapolis, but we stopped in LAX. So I got on my connecting flight in LAX and up in the first class. But for some reason, I had took the long flight from Hawaii to LA. I was like, I'm gonna wait to get on this plane. I don't need to run to this plane. So I went to the lounge, like in the airport, did whatever, and so I was like one of the last people to board. So I get on the plane, and I was in the window seat of the first class. So I get to my thing, and I'm trying to, and the person sitting on the aisle, I'm like, oh God, I need to fucking get to my shit. So I tap him, I'm like, excuse me. But he did not. Do you know when people do that thing? He didn't get up. He like moved his knees for me to like maneuver around him. I fucking hate that. I am very big. I cannot maneuver around you. So bitch, I was the most extra. I didn't put like my front to him. I put my ass to him. So I put my ass to him and I like poked it out even more. And I like squished past him, rubbing my fucking booty as close to his fucking nose as possible. And then I sat in my seat. God. Cut to, we get to Minneapolis and the light goes on. And he pulls out this Louis Vuitton luggage, and I realized, oh my God, that was Lil Romeo. Lil Romeo sat next to me the whole flight and almost rimmed my hole of getting on the plane.
My other awkward situation I had was I missed my flight. I was so annoyed because I had a first class flight, but I missed it. So if you miss your flight, you don't get first class.
You sure the fuck don't.
So I missed my flight. Me and Luis, my older sister, both had first class, but then we were just rearranged. So we still had decent seats. We were still in Delta Comfort, but Luis's seat was like one ahead of me. He was like 13 and I was like 14. It was no big deal. But I cut the corner, and guess who is the first person in line?
Who?
I just want you to guess. Just guess.
Nene Leakes.
RuPaul Andre Charles.
Shut up!
Is the first person. He's just waiting in line, and he sees me, and he goes, I said, what are you doing here? He was like, hooking. I'm just hooking. And then RuPaul gets on to the plane, and I look at Luis, and I was like, Luis, give me your ticket. And he's like, what? I was like, give me your fucking ticket.
Bob!
I was like, I cannot let RuPaul see me sitting behind you. Give me your ticket, bitch!
Oh my God, you were ridiculous, Bob.
Yeah, and I took his ticket. I made Luis sit in the bathroom.
Have you ever done a thing where your assistant gets upgraded and you don't?
I don't know if that's happened to me before, but I have had it where my assistant gets upgraded and another girl from Drag Race on the same flight does it. And that really seems to irritate them for some reason.
Oh, that happened to me like 3 times with Aquaria. It happened to me with Cracker oftentimes. Patty will get upgraded. Me and Patty up in the first class and Aquaria or Cracker back there, especially when we first started traveling. Because Patty was working with Peppermint before, so Patty had status with Delta. So they would like buy.
Oh, so Patty was probably getting upgraded before you.
Oh, exactly. So we would always get upgraded together because they would buy our tickets were always purchased together. So it would be me and Patty up in the front, and Aquaria, Cracker, whoever just in the back geeking out. I was like,
So when we first started touring the season 8 tour and all that stuff, we were all flying Delta, except Kim and Naomi were flying United at the time.
Oh, and no, American.
Everyone was getting, American, sure. Everyone was getting upgraded except Kim. So Kim would be fucking in the back by the steerage under the plane. I would be up there flying the plane, and Kim was, or like me and Thorgy would go to the Delta Lounge, and Kim would just sit at fucking like at Auntie Anne's. Kim would go to Auntie Anne's.
That's so sad. Bless her heart.
You know Kim deserves it.
I think we should take a break because there's a baby crying in my hallway, and that bitch is so fucking loud.
All right, we'll be right back while Monét takes care of this baby. Miss Thing, we're back.
Yes, we is.
So, how do you feel about, like, I don't know, like all this esoteric, like astrologies and charts and like homeopathic remedies and stuff like that?
You know, I think astrology really annoys me. I feel like it's such like, because I think a lot of it is just like general word clues so that it can relate to anyone. I don't feel like it's ever necessarily super specific. Although,
it's like you're a strong person who really loves family.
Yeah,
and you like to work hard. And you really care for your mom. It's like, all right, you nailed it. Good.
It's like anyone
easy.
can identify with that. But then you have to think about like the sun and the moon. They obviously have very strong connections with our planet. For example, like the ocean tides and currents are direct. I mean, rely a lot on the sun, on the moon and its position. Blah blah blah. So like obviously they have some correlation with our existence, but I just don't know if they are super accurate in predicting your personality and shit like that.
Okay, but do you want to hear something that I believe that most other people don't believe?
What?
I don't know if I completely believe that people have souls.
I know, you said that, and I find that to be very interesting because I disagree.
So what is a soul?
I think a soul is the essence of who you are, and when you are gone and dead, and when you die, I think that the essence of who you are, the soul of who you are, goes to something else, whether it's like another person, another human being, or another animal, something like that. I think souls are very real.
So you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah. When I'm dead, this is gonna be up in something else. It might be a fucking oak tree, it might be a goddamn lemur, but it's she gonna be in something else.
But is that really what you think? I mean, I'm not like, I know that sounds judgmental, but like you think you just keep cycling over and over. But here's the thing about so are there new souls?
Yeah, new souls get enter the matrix at some point, but the old ones, they go through some reincarnations and they eventually disappear too.
Oh wait, so souls do disappear?
Yeah, at some point. So this may be the last part of the last life I'm living.
Yeah, this should be your last opportunity. And what do you think? Like, what is that based off of? Like, why do you think that?
But because I just feel like the galaxy and the universe is way bigger than what we just are. I don't think that this is the end of it. I think that I don't know what else is out there, but I think it's still narcissistic to think that it's just us, that this is it. I think that there has to be a bigger force.
But there is an end of it. But you're saying there is an end of it. Like eventually your soul is spirals out and it's done.
Right, but I think there's still gas left in the tank of this soul. This soul still got life to live. Maybe I won't feel that way in 50 years.
But I know you hear me say this a lot, but like, what is that based on?
The fact that I just don't think that we are it. I feel like there has to be more out there. I just do. Like
I'm not saying there's not other things out there. You mean like aliens?
Like and so like the fact that people think that we are the smartest species in the galaxy. There is no way. There's no way.
Who said that?
I mean, have you watched The Universe Explained on Netflix? They have like people who think that the human species is like the smartest species in the galaxy. I was like, out of the billions of, not just billions of planets, billions of galaxies out there, you think that we just happen to be the only one that exists in the trillions of planets that may be out there? Like, there's how can we be the only thing? There's no way we can be.
I feel
like, do you
like
believe in aliens?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Do I believe there's life on some other planet somewhere? Probably.
But as advanced or more advanced than us?
I mean, who knows? Like, if there was no other life anywhere else in the galaxy, that wouldn't shock me. I wouldn't be like, unbelievable. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
It would shock me too. But Bob, think about the amount of
planets. No, I said if there was no other life, that would not shock me. I'd be like, actually, if there was no other life, that would not shock me. If I found out there are aliens, that would be the shocking thing. I'd be like, I am blown away. There are aliens.
Why though, Bob? Think about the amount of galaxies and planets, and you think that we just happen to be the only intelligent life ever in all of these hundreds of thousands of galaxies and planets out there? We just happen to luck on life?
Possibly. I mean, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. All I know is what I know.
I'm not a seamstress.
But I'm a fierce performer. I just don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a fucking astrologist. All I know is what we have here. And if there were aliens, that would be genuine. I'd be like, wow, that's news.
Well,
that's news.
There are people that think that more intelligent life has discovered us, but they're like, there's no point in talking to us because we're so stupid. For example, like when you see like a family of ants walking around, you're not like, I'm gonna stop and talk to these ants. You're like, there's no point in communicating with them. So they have a lot of scientists that believe that like intelligent life is out there, but that we're just so not smart enough to interact with that they don't see the point.
I don't believe that, because we interact with every life form that's ever been on this planet that we've discovered, including ants.
Well, I said maybe they have with us. Like maybe they've taken humans to study them, but they're like, oh, these motherfuckers are dumb.
I don't think that people have been abducted by aliens.
I think it has. I think so.
I feel like if people had been abducted by aliens, we'd know by now. Like, we know now.
Bob, people go missing all the time. People go missing all the time. There are hundreds of thousands of people that go missing daily probably in the world.
Yeah, I just don't think those are aliens.
I think it could be. I don't know if they are. Obviously, we don't know, but I think it could be. I don't think that's weird.
I feel like most people who go missing are usually through nefarious human being earthling activity, and not a whole lot of Marvin the Martian coming by and like beaming people up.
I think that's true too, but I think that the alien thing could be very true as well. I
just don't think there are any aliens abducting humans. I just don't think that's happening.
Well, I think you need to free your mind, and the rest.
I mean, I'm willing to free my mind, but I'm also not. I'm not trying to engage in like insane theories that I don't think are remotely true. You know what I mean?
Okay. So wait. So go back to the soul thing. So you don't think soul. So if you don't think souls exist, you don't think. Well, we all know your stance on religion. So you don't think ghosts or angels and demons exist either.
None of that. Nope. I think when you're dead, you're just done. I think being dead is a lot like it was before you were alive. It's not darkness. It's not scary. It's not. It's just nothing.
You just don't exist.
You just stop existing.
Huh.
And I think that a lot of people need to, like, throw out there the idea of, you know, spirits and souls and essences and religions to help them cope with not existing anymore. But I actually find something soothing about the idea of just not existing. Like, for me, the idea of existing forever in some astral projection in heaven seems exhausting. Like the idea of like being in a cloud or in the sky or just somewhere kind of ethereally and like looking down on my children and their children and what if I don't have any kids? Now I'm just looking down at a bunch of fucking strangers for eternity. It's like watching a Netflix. It's like watching Big Brother, but they don't edit out any of the boring parts. You're watching literally everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean...
Like, the idea of looking down on my aunts, like my whatever comes after descendants forever and ever, that does not sound fierce, soothing, or fun. Does it to you? I mean, forever. Forever.
No, it does not sound fun to me. Maybe there's something else after, like when you get there, you just something else we don't know even as a, you know what I'm saying, that you go somewhere after. Who knows? Again, none of us have died. None of us remember what we were before we were born.
That's not true. There's someone who listens to this podcast who probably has died and came back to life.
Oh, well, you just
What
say
do we know?
You just say you don't believe that.
No, people can die and come back to life. That's literally science. That happens often.
But I'm saying you and I have not. You or I have not done that.
No, we've not died.
Have you ever seen that movie Flatliners, when they go like to the edge of death and come back?
No, what's it about?
It's about these kids, these medical students. They like bring their bodies to like the edge of death because, or like that show on Netflix called The AO. Did you ever watch that?
No.
The AO was about this guy who was studying people who have had near-death experiences and then come back to, and then they come back too.
So here's the thing. So I looked this up too. When people have near-death experiences, your body essentially, your brain goes into this like hyperdrive mode, which is why a lot of people see their entire lives. So all of our brains are, while they're all wired differently, they're essentially made of the same stuff. So we have similar experiences in life. So that's why people often say when they almost died, their life flashed before their eyes. That is a thing that happens to a lot of people. And there have been stories about people who have died and gone to heaven or gone to whatever their religion was specifically. And their brains basically like showed them what they needed to see.
What do you mean showed them what do you mean what you needed to see?
Like if you're a Christian and you're dying, your brain is going into like this fail safe where it shows you what you want to see before you die.
Like of your life or where you want to go, you mean?
It depends. For some people, it's about heaven. For some people, it's about their lives. Some people, it's about different stuff. But your brain is just creating and also, I don't think people realize how powerful your brain is. There's a whole study that says that people can see without their eyes, which actually makes sense. If you think about it, when you dream, you see as clearly as if you're like looking with your own eyes.
No, but you're
not.
But you're seeing things you've seen before. Because
it's
your brain taking is your brain has stored all the stuff that you've seen. Everything that you've seen before is in your brain. So you're just seeing things you've already seen. Not like you're making up shit. You're not like going to Montana, but like, oh, look at this mountain.
No, your brain can make shit up. And when it does, it basically takes composites from different places. This living room, that movie, this voice, that actor, and then it makes it into something brand new that you don't recognize. You never had a dream and you were in a place you didn't recognize. It was actually just a composite of places you've been before, things you've seen, or things you've imagined on your own.
I mean, but you've seen these things before, is what I'm saying. It's not like brand new, something like your eyes have literally never, ever seen or witnessed before, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when you go off to like see heaven, you're not actually seeing heaven. You're just seeing a bunch of things. Your brain is compiled to make something new out of a bunch of old stuff.
All right, we're saying the same thing. I don't know why you're trying to fight.
I'm not fighting. You're the one who keeps repeating it after I say it, like you got something new to say.
No, but I said that first. I said, yeah, but you're seeing what you've already seen. You're like, no, your brain is like composite. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've seen it before.
Okay, Monet. I mean, do you still want to argue about this, or like,
do you want a fucking cookie?
I don't understand. I don't even know what you're doing around this particular moment in time. Have you ever seen like a ghost or anything?
No, I don't think I ever witnessed a ghost. I mean, I do that thing, but everyone has that when you're like in your house, and I just see like a little. I swear, I see like a little black shadow run in the corner. Like, I mean, that happens to me all the time, but I don't think it's a ghost. I think it's just my mind playing tricks on me, as my mom would say.
I mean, I have seen like what I thought was an angel before.
Okay, what do you mean what you thought? Was it or was it not?
So I was really young, and I was so I've had sleep paralysis like my whole life. You know?
Like you wake up and you can't move?
Yeah. You wake up but it's not just you can't move, it is a really intense fear. It feels like there's something watching you. Sometimes it feels like there's something standing on you. It's like, honestly, it's probably one of the scariest things I've ever experienced in my life. It is truly, genuinely terrifying.
And this happens to you on the regular?
At least once a month.
Really?
Yeah, my whole life.
And you saw an angel?
So I was a kid and I was in my bed. Also, so when you have sleep paralysis, you can't move, you can't scream.
Right.
You can't, all you can do is open your eyes. That's all you can do.
Right.
Open and close your eyes. But not even with force, just like slightly, everything's in slow motion. Anyway, so I was a kid, I woke up and then I couldn't move and I was like freaking out and I was trying, this is like my first time having sleep paralysis. And then this like circle, this like pool of light opened up on the ceiling. And then this like feet came down out of the ceiling. And it was this like blonde white man. And he was an angel. And he was like, do not go to Mississippi this summer. Your grandma's going to die. And then he just shot back up into the ceiling. And then I was able to move. Then I screamed. And then my mom came in.
Okay, and so did you go to Mississippi? Did your grandmother die? What happened?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, did it happen when you went to Mississippi that summer?
Yeah, it happened that summer, yeah.
Okay, time out. Okay, I'm very confused. Okay, time out. So you were sleeping, so you were up, you weren't dreaming.
Maybe I was. That's the real, more than likely what happened was I was dreaming, and my grandma just coincidentally died that summer. But
that is a very strange coincidence, Bob.
I mean, she's an old lady. Actually, she wasn't that old. She's 54. She actually wasn't that old.
Yeah, that's not old. That is, oh my God, you saw an angel.
But if I predict my grandma's death every year, I'm going to get it right once.
Okay, but were you predicting it before?
No, I don't think so.
Bob,
but
that
anyway,
is crazy, and you don't, and that doesn't make you think that angels exist. Like what?
No, because the angel looked just like an angel on a VHS that I had. My mom got me these the Bible on VHS, and the angel that I saw in this dream looked exactly like the angel that came to what's his name? What's Mary's husband's name? John. Joseph.
Joseph.
It looked, I'm telling you, exactly like the angel that came to Joseph in my little Bible DVDs, my Bible VHS, these little cartoons.
Okay.
It looked like that, except...
I don't even know how to respond to all of this information.
But also, why would this angel come down and tell how old was I? 1994. So
you were 8?
I was 8 years old. Why would this angel come tell an 8-year-old of all people?
Because who knows, Bob? Who knows? Maybe. Okay.
Well, it didn't work because she did.
Well, I'm saying, no, but he told you she was gonna die. He was probably just trying to save you for some. Did you go to Mississippi or you didn't go?
I went to Mississippi every summer.
So you definitely went. So were you there when she died? Like in the house?
No, my brother was there though. I was in my aunt's house.
Maybe the angel was trying to save you from a traumatic experience or something, or maybe save you from you thinking that it was your fault. Like, who knows what the reason was.
Well, he basically said, if you go, you're going to die. So, as a child, I was like, well, I'm the reason.
Oh, my God.
Coronavirus.
Bob.
You know what I
mean? It's getting real.
I mean, it was also 1994. I've had a lot of time to heal. But, I just think that was a coincidence.
That sounds pretty, I don't know, girl. That sounds pretty on the nose.
There's lots of coincidences.
Do you think that everything happens for a reason? I genuinely think that every single thing happens for a reason. For example, today I wanted to go to McDonald's, but I didn't end up going. And maybe the reason I didn't go was because if I went, I would have crossed the street at the wrong time. I would have get hit by a car. I would have went to the hospital. I feel like every single thing happens for a reason. I genuinely think that. I don't believe that.
I don't believe, because that would insinuate that these kids who die of AIDS in Africa died for some great reason. So I don't believe that. I can't believe that there's some great design making everything happen, and a big part of this thing happening is taking the entire continent of Africa, making it extremely impoverished. Also, a big part of this great design is making sure that indigenous people in the United States of America are completely impoverished, making sure that they don't ever get their land back. That a big part of this thing, making sure that this great design is making white supremacy the number one thing in the world. That this I can't believe that everything happens for a reason, because if there is happen for a reason, then whatever God there is fucking racist and has a terrible fucking design.
See, the reason why I said that was for you to say that. See,
I mean,
you
I'm just
saying
saying,
that
like,
just
that's why
enlightens
I don't
someone.
believe everything. That's why I don't believe everything happens for a reason. Because if so, the design is really fucked. if there, that's a big reason why I can't believe in God. Because like, if there is there really this God out there who's just not giving a fuck about so many people, and it's like, oh no, it'd be great in the afterworld. But these other people who are like really like, but Hitler gets to live a long life, and this.
To be fair, he didn't live a long life. He died at like 40 something.
Well, that's farther than like the kid in Africa born with AIDS who starves to death for 5 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's interesting.
So that's why I can't believe in this like great design, like because the design is fucked. In my mind, the only way I can believe in a God is like if we are on this earth and God created this earth and he like is like looking down and he's like, this was not my best work. I'm gonna cut my losses. I'm leaving. You guys figure this out. I'm just gonna go. But you know, I'll check in every once in a while. Oh shit, coronavirus. Damn. All right, I'll check back in a few. Oh shit, you about to go to war with North Korea? Fuck. All right, listen, I'll come back in a few. Wait, Nazis are back. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm cutting my losses. I'm leaving.
Like the Sims, I was just gonna set everything on fire, and I'll start over next time.
It's like when you play Sims and like the career you chose is horrible. You just buy a bunch of stoves.
Your Sim is just mad as hell, grumpy, losing, sad, depressed.
You remove the doors, take the door off the bathroom.
It's pretty fucked. How do you feel about witchcraft?
I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't believe that it's real. I don't believe that it works. And I think that it's just, I think a big part of witchcraft is, and prayer, and Christian prayer is just creating a narrative that you want and then doing things to bring that narrative to life.
I mean, as a kid, you couldn't tell me like Sabrina shit wasn't real. I was like, oh my God, I'm so mad that I didn't get my powers at 16. I used to fucking be obsessed with witchcraft. I really wanted to like take my finger and be like, tss, and like get like a thing.
I also want to send like a shout out to like anyone out there. Cause I know as a black person, I feel like it's not cool to be not
religious
atheist and to be non-religious. Yeah. And like when I was doing like Nubia and they were like praying and shit, and then like Monique is like praying and everyone's like praising Jesus the whole time. And I'm like, I'm not interested in this. This doesn't speak to me. And BB's like, but you can pray with us. And I'm like, well, why don't you come do, I mean, I don't have anything to do, but like also like if I say I don't want to pray, like don't try to make me pray with you.
Oh my God,
like, just leave me alone.
Well, what you should do is that you should be like, okay, well, can we do some of my just make up some crazy shit like,
well,
okay.
We're gonna all praise Satan. At the end, we're all gonna say praise Satan too. We're praying to everybody. So we're all gonna hail Satan on 3. 1, 2. Oh wait. Oh, we're good. Oh, okay. Y'all want to do your own thing now. Work. But yeah, I just want to send like a shout out to like any like black people out there who are not terribly religious. To be like, listen, you're not alone. There are we out here.
Yeah, all people, you know what I mean? To other POCs as well, and to the 3 white people to listen. You guys too.
Let's do we did our charts.
Oh yeah, well I think we should take a break then read the charts.
All right, we'll be right back. Monét, what's up with you? And so you believe in like
I see. Like, no, you're already making a false narrative. I never said I believe.
I'm asking. This is a question.
I said, well, if you listen to our podcast, Bob, I said it earlier in this episode that I don't think astrology is like, I don't think that the moon and stars control my personality. But I mean, I think that, again, I think they're vague enough that you're like, oh my God, that is me. And then when it's not you, you're like, that's not me. I don't do that. So I think that is a lot of that. But I think there are some truths, you know. For example,
here, Monét,
I'm showing my picture of this black girl. She's under Pisces. That's me. That is me. The house down, the glasses, the skin. That's me.
Well, I am an ascending Capricorn. I'm showing my picture. It is a like I don't know what this woman is, but she ain't me. That ain't me. So I'm gonna read what an ascending Capricorn is. I don't know what an ascendant Capricorn. What does that mean?
Okay, I'll tell you where. Wait, hold on. Ascending is where is where the sun was. I mean, is where the moon was when you were born.
Work. Persons with ascendant Capricorn show exquisite responsibility and consciousness. They are considered as cerebral persons that dislike showing their affectivity. They are aspired to higher things, ambitious and objective for social issues. Does that apply to you?
That's the. I mean, I'm fine. Also, yeah. The social issues part. The other stuff sounds very you. Would you agree?
Let's see. Considered cerebral. Yeah, people consider me cerebral. Higher things. Yeah, everyone aspires to higher things. I'm ambitious. Yes, I'm ambitious. Objective on social issues. Yeah, but also you are also ambitious. You aspire to higher things. You are. Well, you're not considered cerebral. Exquisite. I do have an exquisite amount of response. All right, what's your ascendant?
My ascendant
sign?
is Aquarius. So, idealistic Aquarius as ascendant catches attention by a creative and intelligent spirit. Very on the nose. They develop ideas for the environment. They are anxious to change the world and never ever are they willing to accept stagnation. I hate being stagnant. Like, to me, that is one of the most unattractive things when I'm with a guy that's not ambitious and just complacent and stagnant in life. I'm like, you don't want to do something more. You don't want something more. So that's definitely me.
But it said intelligent, so this is obviously wrong.
Oh my God. Okay. Now your actual zodiac sign, which is like the day you were born, like all that stuff. What is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
You are a Cancer. Down.
Since Cancers are born June 22nd to July 22nd, are under the dominion of the moon. They're easily excitable, impatient, and often change their views.
Oh.
Often Cancers suffer from... What are you oohing?
Impatient. You are, Bob. You're the most. When you are not,
I'm the most impatient person.
Bob, when you want to do stuff on your time, you are ready to go. For example, when we were recording the podcast, you're like, "Girl, bitch, what are you doing over there? Come on, let's go." That is very you, and you know that's you.
I'm not impatient. I'm a very patient person. I don't like you wasting my time. When
Bob,
you say you want to record, I'm like, yeah, you said you're going to record at a certain time. So yeah, but if someone says we have to wait until so-and-so, I say, okay, that's fine. We can wait. But whenever someone says they're going to do something, so I think what you're saying is I like people to keep their word. That's not about impatience, Mom.
You are impatient. Continue on.
Anyway, just because you say something doesn't make it true. Is there one in yours that says you make shit up? Often Cancers suffer from lack of independence, which is why a strong need for leaning toward the good as well as the evil comes to light. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, well, you don't need others to do things, but you do like having a lot of people around you, and that is true.
Yeah, I like people.
I know. Say you don't. I'm just
leaning toward the good as well as the evil. Like, I don't even know what that means.
I think basically saying like you strive for, but to be fair, when you love playing devil's advocate a lot of times, and you are very pragmatic, which I think is what that's basically saying. Like, you're not just like all but rainbows and butterflies, and you're not all hail Satan. You kind of like strive for a balance in between, which I think is very you.
What's yours? What sign are you?
My zodiac sign is Pisces. Pisces have a lot of empathy. They are good listeners and very helpful. There are no others in the zodiac who are just as loving as Pisces. Do you think that accurately describes me?
Will you read that one more time? Read that for me one more time.
Pisces have a lot of empathy. They are good listeners and very helpful. There are no others in the zodiac who are just as loving as Pisces. I am very empathetic.
And I wouldn't call you an empath. No, I don't think that you are. You think that you just go around just feeling what people are feeling?
I do, Bob. You know me. It's hard for me to make decisions because I care about how it's gonna affect other people all the time. You know that. You make fun of me for that all the time.
No, you are no. What I'm saying is you can't say no to people. That's
because I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings either, Monet. But I'm also good at saying that for myself. An empath is not okay. Being like sympathetic and being empathic are not the same thing.
I feel
empathic means you can feel other people's feelings, and sympathetic means that you are just taking their feelings into consideration. You don't feel them.
I do feel their feelings because like, let's say for example, you wanted me to go with you to, you like really wanted me to go with you to buy these pair of shoes. And even though I really don't want to have something to do, I will still say yes because I know it will really hurt your feelings. What are you laughing at over there? What the fuck are you laughing at? Bob, what the fuck are you laughing at?
That is the worst example ever. Those were the lowest stakes imaginable. You could have made up any scenario you wanted. You're like, what if you wanted to buy some shoes?
But you really want to be.
And I knew how much it would hurt your feelings if I didn't go buy these shoes with you. Oh my God, that was so funny.
Oh my God,
that was so funny.
Okay, what is your moon? What is your moon sign?
Oh, Monét, you really tickled me. Moon, Capricorn.
Oh, again?
She considers her career seriously, obviously. Obviously, it seems as if there is no more room for her emotional life. This part is hidden and abandoned. Okay, my emotional life is not hidden, nor is it abandoned. Jacob and I talk about our feelings all the time. I am very open with my partners. I talk about our feelings all the time. I don't think that my emotional life is hidden or abandoned.
You definitely wear emotions on your sleeves. When you are not happy, you are very obviously not happy. When you are happy, you are very obvious that you are happy.
But I do consider my career very seriously. That I do.
Debatable. My moon is Sagittarius. Optimism and stay in a good mood. These are liked to show characteristics of Sagittarius. He is more enthusiastic. Now they're gendering me. Work. He is more enthusiastic, and so he captivates friends and covals by his interests and convictions. Therefore, he is an idealist, and maybe it is his part to do something to do by his own. I don't know.
Him, his. Bitch, your zodiac just called you a nigga. That's what just happened.
Okay, read your final personality report.
All right, the personality report is our classic and must-have for every astrology fan. Get deep insights into your personality. Oh, bitch, this shit costs $14.99. Monét is working for the fucking people. Look at Monét working for these motherfuckers.
Okay, let me read mine. The personality report is our classic and must-have for every astrology fan. Get deep insights into your personality.
Thing.
Oh.
Intelligence, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness. Well.
Oh my God, Monét, you are so funny. You are one of the funniest people I know. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh my God, y'all heard it here. Record that, get that soundbite, and please tag us on social media with Bob saying that. Please.
I'm not reading back exactly what I said to me. Well, I'll read mine. All right, just as a last test, I'm gonna read the zodiac today for different what do you call them, horoscopes, and see if it fits you. Okay. So this is today's Scorpio horoscope. Ready?
Oh no, you okay, read a random one. I have to guess if it's mine or if it's someone else's.
Okay, that's probably smarter. All right, you ready?
Intelligence.
And career matters are at the forefront of your concern today. Opportunities for advancement may suddenly appear that you weren't aware of yesterday, and you'll need to make snap decisions and go for what you want right away. Don't be surprised if someone you'd nearly forgotten about is of great help today. The presence of people dear to you is going to be significant. All right, does that sound... Hold on, just let me finish this. Does that sound like something that you could use? Is this talking about you? Are career matters to the forefront of your concern?
I mean, right now in this thing, I'm feeling that I'm like, I need to manage my time and my career now that I am in isolation. And also, remember that thing we're talking about, that person who's come back into my life recently? Maybe this is... I feel like this is for me. Is this Pisces?
That was Scorpio.
Work.
That was Scorpio. All right, let me read one more for you. And then we'll see if this one actually hits the nail on the head for you, Mom. Here we go. A new business opportunity may come your way. An old fling will come by with lasagna.
Shut the fuck up.
Lives in New Jersey. Oh, do you think that's you, Monét? An old fling will bring ramen noodles to your apartment.
So stupid. Oh my God, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. That's not even funny.
You fell for it.
Okay, let me read you one. A new business opportunity may come your way. Wait, what? Oh, a new business opportunity may come your way. You aren't likely to want.
Stop! But now you're literally reading the one I was about to read. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today.
Oh my God, I can't. Wow. Well, on that note, I think we're done.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.